Hey guys, today I'm gonna do the Half and Half Nots, season 4, episode 5. It was a cool episode because the back and forth gives me everything. Okay, so it starts off with Benny, and Candace, him pushing her in the house and him seeing Quincy. So he like, what the hell? Like, what happened? And she was like, he found me. He came after me, which is true. And then she was like, so, we did it. And he was like, we. And she was like, me and Jeffrey. And he was like, well, what Jeffrey? She was like, I don't know. He was like, what you mean you don't know? And she was like, he left. And she was like, he was like, we gotta find him. So he said, is Jeffrey cool? And she was like, no. And she was like, we gotta find him. And he was like, she told him that Quincy was too big for her to move or whatever, and the neighbor is watching. So he was like doing what a big brother do. He was like, I got this. And she was like, no, I don't want to get you involved. I'm like, he involved. He in there. He see him. If he walk out and know it's the dead body, he involved. So hell, let him be the big brother. And so he was like, you go find Jeffrey and I'll deal with this. So he was like, but you got to get cleaned up or whatever. She was like, the neighbor watching. He was like, I got this. I was like, okay, cool. So he start cleaning up and she go get ready to do whatever she gonna do. So then at the police station, you got somebody come in and say Harrington, and then they say Jeffrey. And so David, Veronica like, wait, will you taking my son? The police like, he ain't got to answer them. So he take Jeffrey into another room. Veronica like, oh, hell no, no. So Jeffrey is like, David is like, Jennifer is like a dog with a bone. She'll do anything. And Jim gonna say, just like another bitch I know. No, he said, that's like another bitch. Yeah, he said, like another bitch I know. So she gonna say, are you directing that to me? And Catherine was like, no. Basically, like, no, this time it's me. And I was like, well, damn. All y'all want, well, everybody probably a bitch to Jim. So, yeah, okay. Anyway, moving on from that, Veronica blames Wyatt, talking about we wouldn't be in this if it wasn't for Wyatt. So Catherine was like, yeah, I know. And then Jim basically was like, what about your son? His ass is up in there singing like a canary. What are you talking about? And they go back and forth about who to blame or whatever. And then this fool, Jim kept on talking about her, calling her a bitch or whatever, and talking about Jeffrey. And David attacks him. Well, David pushed him. David was holding him. I don't know. Maybe that's rich people fight. I don't know. And Veronica was all happy that he was over there fighting over her. I'm like, evil, just evil. But whatever. Jennifer breaks them up and was like, Jim still calling her a bitch or whatever. So then Jennifer and Catherine going at it because, no, Veronica gonna tell her, come closer, come closer. She was like, okay, then some more charges to be added to you. Like, come on, like, whatever. So, Jennifer was like, what happened to your hair, girl? I said, everybody wants to know what happened to this broad's hair. She always on point, and for her to look like that, everybody gonna take him back. But I'm like, y'all act like she just bald headed, nappy headed, got cuckoo bugs and stuff. She still had hair. But whatever. So, we find out, well, no. Catherine start talking shit like she was big bad wolf or whatever. And Jennifer was like, I'm not scared of you. Like, shut up. And she gonna say, what are you supposed to be, the boogeyman? She was like, no, I'm worse. I'm a woman. I'm like, so what are you calling Jennifer? I'm just saying. So Jennifer, was like, David, you free to go. So everybody looking like, what the hell, Jim? Like, did you make a deal? And he like, no. So then David says he's gonna help them, but he gotta help his son first. Veronica was basically like, fuck Jeffrey, get me up out of here. And he was like, bitch, I'm not getting you out of here. You're gonna be stuck in here. She like, David, no. And Jim over there laughing and mocking her. I was cracking up. Because they just back and forth is funny to me. So then we find out David just been so loyal to evil ass Veronica that he didn't even sleep with Jennifer either. He did her exactly like he did Maggie. But then he wants to know, why did she put the paper up in his cell or whatever? And she just basically like, you being loyal to her and she had an affair on you, like, damn. And then he wants to know who was it that she slept with. Jennifer was like, I don't know or whatever. And then she was asking him who was Maggie and what is Maggie to him, and Maggie the one got him out and all this kind of stuff. And she just so focused on, really, her eyes is on Maggie right now. Like, I know who these other hoes is. Like, who is this new one? So David trying to still get, like, fuck what you talking about. Can I get to my son? And she was like, no, he don't want to see y'all right now. Like, no. And you can't see him. Exit that way since you don't want to tell me who Maggie is. So then Maggie and David, he asking her, like, about the article. And she was like, you're welcome. Like, shit, I don't care about her. I care about you. She is not my concern. Then he was like, can I use your phone? She like, huh? And then so he called Mama Rose to see was they hit out on Veronica. And she was like, it ain't got nothing to do with me, but just tell her ass don't go home. That's all I'm going to say. And so then he questions Maggie about the picture. She lies and says she don't know who it is and how long they've been having an affair. I said, okay, she lying. Okay, but whatever. Like, he's not going to find out. Just tell him all the truth that you know. Like, come on. Like, you knew and he didn't want to accept it. So, hey. Jennifer and Jeffrey, they're talking or whatever. And he's like, what's up? What you want? And she was like, you've been charged with drinking and driving. That's not safe. And then she was like, you won't be charged with DUI and obstruction. And he like, huh? What you talking about? And basically, she wants him. She was like, Wyatt made a deal. And he's going to testify. And he cares about you. And all this kind of stuff. He like, ooh, shit. It seemed like antennas went up when she said Wyatt made this deal for him and Wyatt cares about him. I'm like, boy, he just don't want you to be in jail with the parents. He don't. Okay, this boy is so delusional. He gonna be turning into a stalker on Wyatt. He gonna be real crazy about Wyatt. Just mark my words. It's just gonna not end well. So, like I said, she wants him to testify against the parents. He say no. He won't testify against Catherine and his dad and Jim, but he will testify against his mom because he was like, what about my mama? He was like, I'll testify against her ass. Like, she evil. And she was like, you don't like your mama? He was like, that's the problem. I love my mama, but her ass is evil. She needs to be in jail. And she was like, what did she do? And he was like, she wouldn't let me be myself. And because he was like, she blackmailed me. And she was like, blackmailed you with what? And he was like, with the car. And she was like, why? He was like, because she wouldn't let me be myself. I'm gay and she wouldn't let me do that. And, they talked about that or whatever. And she kind of consoled him or whatever. And kind of felt bad for him. And then when she telling me for it to go, she was like, is that blood on your shirt? And he gonna say he hit a deer. Then she questioned him about Maggie. And he wasn't stupid. He knew what she was trying to get answers to, and she kind of still questioned him and all this kind of stuff. Who cared? Oh, she even questioned about David and Veronica's relationship, and he was like, my mama don't deserve my daddy, like she's not no good for him, yada yada yada. Quincy's sister still looking for him. She find the tracker dude. He find out where the phone is or whatever. Find out it's at Candy Cane Company. It's an address, but it's a home address. She like, who live there? He like, I don't know. She was like, well, go get a nice car from somewhere. Like, bitch, I don't care if you gotta go steal it, but make sure it's nice since we going in a nice neighborhood. I'm like, so you gonna go with a stolen car in a nice neighborhood? Okay, black people, hood black people in a stolen car in a nice neighborhood with candy cane, nosy ass neighbor. Okay, I can't wait to see this outcome. Hannah's at the motel with the little boy. She find out he's sick, he real hot, and all this kind of stuff. His stomach hurt. Everybody is talking about this boy might be in withdrawal, and I'm like, please don't let this boy be hooked on drugs. Like, that is not. Oh wow, I just don't want that to be the outcome. I just want something to be internal, where we just, it's something that's rare, and they the only one know or whatever. I just really hope that, I really don't want this boy to be. That'd be really fucked up that they was feeding kids drugs, like, for real. So she calls a taxi, but she still only got a few dollars in her wallet. But she calls a taxi. I'm like, why are you not calling 911? This is the stupidest shit ever. I mean, 911 is going to come and take the boy to the hospital and bill you later. They're not going to say, oh, you only got $9, bitch, we ain't going to take him to the hospital. It's always some messed up writing on every episode to me that I just be looking like, Tyler, where y'all live at? Like, I don't know. Every state that I've been in that I've called 911, they just bill me later. I'm just saying. Jeffrey goes to Wyatt's house, and Wyatt got suitcases going to the door. He all in a good mood, and they talk about their parents being in jail, and he was like, yep, I did it. I don't feel bad about it. And Jeffrey is so upset and distraught, and I just want to shake him. Like, boy, he be hard at the wrong times. I just be like, really? Okay, whatever. But he going out talking about he can't take this. It's too much for him, and out of his parents in jail, and he stabbed, and he started being quiet. So, right, like, who you stabbed? What are you talking about? And oh no, first, before they got all into that part, he really started going crazy because Wyatt told him that he's getting his inheritance, and he was like, no, you don't need that much money, it's too much money for you. And when he said, no, I'm gonna be on my own, I'm like, why you just don't say, boy, you don't need that much money, because we know your ass got drug problems and you gonna go crazy. Just say that. Don't just beat around the bush of why he don't need this damn money. But that's when he, made the comment that he stabbed, and, Wyatt was like, who are you talking about? And then Candace shows up, and this nigga Wyatt just has no filter when it comes to Jim Horse. He like, ho, like, basically, like, he just talked so bad about her. And she was like, come by me, touch me, and I will hurt you. And I said, use a pump, because you didn't even move. You didn't even buzz trying to go against her. You must have really knew she would hurt you. So she's trying to figure out, what's up with Jeffrey, like, why you didn't come back, whatever. And he was like, Jeffrey was at the police station. Wyatt just giving up all the beans. Like, he was at the police station. He was making a statement. He got immunity. And she's looking like, you got immunity. And Jeffrey is standing over there like, yes. You got immunity? Yes. And I'm sitting there like, won't you just say, you know what, it's not what you think. Go on back home, or just say it in front of her so it can ease her mind. Because if she come out, like, I just didn't. But he just looking like a dumb deer lost, like, just so dumb. Anyway, so Wyatt spilled the beans about how he hit Benny, and she like, you hit my brother? He like, yeah, I hit your brother. Like, with no fucks given, as K Michelle say, no fucks given at all, 0. But yeah, he was just like, yep, I hit him, and my parents gonna go to jail. And she looking like, you hit him and you knew about it. And Jeffrey just still sitting there pissed off at her, gonna say, my life is messed up or something. And then he blamed it on her, was like, ever since I started hanging with you, my life been fucked up. And she was like, nigga, I'm the one helped you come out to your mama. What are you talking about? So he was like, I never want to see you again. And I'm sitting there like, but did you forget you stabbed up somebody? Did you forget that part? I don't understand that part. But she was like, you were a willing participant in everything you did. She kept hitting his chest like, you were a willing participant. Then she barely hit him in the stomach. He like, oh. I'm like, shut up. So yeah, they just go at it. She leaves. Wyatt says something about how much you cost, and she was like, you're not big enough, yada yada yada. Hannah gets in the taxi with the baby or whatever, headed to county hospital. Notice she only got $9 in her wallet. She see that they halfway there, and she tells the taxi man that she only have $9. He was like, well, your ass got to get out then. Pull over, got to get out. I said, you's a evil motherfucker. For real? For real. And then I'm sitting there like, Hannah, your pride that big that you cannot say, you know what, go on and take him to the hospital, call Benny on the phone, or ask him, hey, you got the phone so I can call my son so he can meet us there, whatever. Call Benny and let him know even before you left the room, like, can you meet us at the hospital? Can you come take us to the hospital? Like, her pride too big that she will let this boy die and suffer, then call for some fucking help. I was bothered by her. I just really be bothered with her when it comes to this baby. When this baby is telling you he don't feel good, he's sick, he's hot, then he's cold. Like, come on. So when the taxi man put her out, she's sitting at the bus stop. I'm like, well, bitch, if you gave him all your money, how you gonna get on the bus? I was just trying to figure that out. But yeah, then the baby passed out. I said, oh, damn. So she had to grab the baby and run off into the sunset with the baby. I guess, I don't know if she's going to run all the way to the hospital. I don't understand. But yeah, y'all tell me y'all thoughts about the Half and Half Not Season 4, Episode 5. Leave your thoughts all in the comments and we can talk about it there. But that's my review. I've not been feeling good since Saturday night, but I still been like getting these videos out. Yeah. Talk to me later. Follow me on all social media sites by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE, and I'll talk to you later.